Yeah, gutsy. I thought it wasn't our best game overall, but yeah, found a way to compete all the way through 60, and got really good goaltending when we needed it. The guys are sacrificing, blocking shots. I mean, you see that one at the end with Blanky is unbelievable, and yeah, that's what it took, and we were able to do that tonight, which was huge.
Was working on the offensive side of things.
I think a lot. Obviously, a couple nice goals, especially off the rush. I think 3 goals were off the rush, and obviously they're a high-flying offensive team that we don't really want to trade chances with too much, which I think we did. But at least we were executing on the offensive side, which is great.
What do you make of O'Reilly, his playmaking ability for you guys tonight?
Yeah, it's great. Four primaries. You don't see that too many. I mean, yeah, too often. But yeah, I mean, he does everything for this team, and yeah, I'm not surprised the way he plays, and like I said, keeps showing up, finding ways to contribute, and yeah, we love him.
Bruno said you really just wanted these last 2 games before the break to just go out there and have fun, have some joy in the game. Do you feel like you guys had that tonight?
I mean, here and there. It's not necessarily the most fun game when it's back and forth like that. It is, on the offensive side, but I thought we gave up a little bit too much, and like I said, Big Juice made some great saves for us when we had to, and but at the end of the day, we won, which is always fun, and we'll take that with us.
What do you make of the way Kemell has fit in with you guys these last 2 games here?
Yeah, I think he's been showing flashes for sure. It's obviously it's a tough spot to come into a back-to-back with travel and everything like that. But I thought he brought energy, played hard, getting his shot off when he had a couple looks, and obviously, yeah, didn't have a ton of opportunity, but definitely something to like for sure.
I guess it's not necessarily a break for you, but what do you think of these next 2 weeks? How do you view them? And then obviously you'll come back and get back to it.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. It's obviously a huge honor every time I get to represent my country, and at this type of tournament too, with the best on best, is something you obviously been looking forward to do for a while, and yeah, here we are. So I'm excited for it.
For Phil, what do you make of this one as you head into the break here?
It feels good. I mean, obviously we've had a tough stretch here, and kind of got away from the things we were doing well for a while there, but this one feels good. Always feels nice going into a little break with a win, and then now you're able to kind of decompress a little bit and take a little time and get your body feeling good again, and come back, and we got some more things to prove. So tonight was great. A lot of guys had great games and stepped up, so something we can be proud of.
Brian O'Reilly in the middle of the ice a couple times and found a couple goals. Was that one plan for you, or?
Yeah, well, if there's room there, I like to try to find it, and my guys, Factor did a great job of finding me a couple times there, kind of all alone in the middle of the ice. So. Yeah, as defensemen, I mean, you kind of sometimes you get those looks where you might maybe an over back check or something, and it allows us to get up in the play and kind of find that soft area. So I was lucky tonight to find that a couple times and put it in the back of the net.
Blankenberg's block shot at the end of the game there. Just how big was that for your group there?
It was massive. I mean, that's what you usually kind of need in games like this, a big block at the end of the game, and I'm not sure what the stat was on that shot, but that looked like it was coming pretty hard. So great play by Blanks, and it takes a lot of courage to get in front of that one.
What do you think was different tonight versus the last 6 games for you guys?
I thought we were a little better with the puck. I think our puck play was better. We were better at getting pucks through the neutral zone and behind their defensemen and not turning pucks over as quite as much. Scored some goals. Obviously, that helps a ton. So there were definitely a few things that were better than the last 6.
Tonight, what do you think of this one for your group?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great weekend for me and a great experience, and I was so happy to play here. And I mean, obviously, huge win today, so happy.
What have you thought of these first 2 games? What has maybe stood out to you? What have you learned? What do you make of these last 2 here?
Of course, the game is way faster and guys are more skilled here, but like first game, it was a little slow start from me, but like when I got into it, I felt good.
What have you just made of the way that the guys have kind of welcomed you in here over the last couple of days that you've been up here?
What do you mean by that?
Just like in terms of like the veterans helping you out and getting you used to the.
Oh yeah. Of course, and like I knew the guys from training camp and been hanging with them, so it was easy to come here, and they helped a lot, obviously.
What about having your parents here? How special has that been the last couple?
It was special, and I'm so happy that they got here, and everything we got figured out for them, and yeah, it was awesome.
Dishing it out tonight there, it was working.
Yeah, these guys made some great shots. Yeah, I don't think this year I've been obviously contributing offensively the way I want to, so it's always nice when you kind of get on the board like that and have some confidence going into the break. But
to go into the break, you do get a win. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but how nice does this feel to break on it?
Yeah, it's really nice, and obviously to end on a good note. And obviously it's the hockey hasn't been great as of late, and tonight it was good. We found a way to win, and there's some great desperation plays and some blocks. Everyone was a part of it. Everyone was doing whatever they could to win, and that's a good team over there. They make they skate well. They're fast. They make plays, and we had some big defensive plays that we were able to squeak it out.
Blocked by Blankenberg at the end of the game. How big was that, and how big is he in general, just to what he's brought to the team?
Yeah, he's been since he's came up with us, he's been outstanding. Just the competitor he is, the way he skates, and for his size, how big he plays and play like that. Just a selfless block there that could have tied the game up, but him stepping up like that, just kind of the character he is, and he's been phenomenal for us.
Obviously, you're Canadian, but you sit in between two Swedes. You have a Finnish goaltender. What are you rooting for in the Four Nations?
Ooh, I got to say Canada, obviously, but I'm hoping these guys light it up, and obviously Juice has been so huge for us, and such a big piece, and the other guys too. It's having played with them firsthand, know how good they are. It's gonna be fun to watch, and I hope they, Juice lots of shutouts, and the other guys lots of goals and points. But I hope Canada pulls through. I got to stick with my country here.
Kind of a unique situation, just with 2 weeks like this in the middle of the season. How do you view the break, and then once you come back in 2 weeks, what's important?
I think it is, a good reset for us. Kind of like I said, it's been frustrating, and everything would be kind of nice for all of us to kind of step away from the game, kind of get that hunger back. And when things aren't going well, it's tough coming to the rink, and you aren't proud of your game, and this is a chance to kind of just get away, take a reset, and when we come back, let's we want to be hungry, and this is that opportunity that we have to do that. So it should be good.
As we're in the street at Ryan Riley before 6, what did you see that went so well for him this evening?
Well, he was, play on words. He was a huge factor in tonight. He did everything. He does everything most nights. But I thought he took it to another level tonight and put the team on his back and made some real big plays at big times. His line especially. So, just how valuable he is to our group.
You guys said earlier that you just wanted to have these last couple end up working great for the team and just have some fun. Did you see that tonight?
Yeah, I did. It didn't start off the way we liked it, and sometimes you're finding your joy. It's hard. I think if it's easy, we'd all find it. So we had to really dig deep into our souls here a little bit to pull it out of us. And a lot of times when you pull it out, it's through effort, it's through hard work, and it's through camaraderie. And I thought we did those things tonight. We didn't do them last night. And then, when you get rewarded for doing that, I think that brings a little joy or brings a little light in your life. And I'm proud of because it was before the game, you don't know which way these games go before the break, and they dug in. And I know we were fatigued, and I know we've said it all year. We've had a heaviness around this group. We haven't quite hit our expectations and our standards, and it could have been feel sorry for yourself and just get out of it and take your week off. I thought we dug in. We're committed to playing the game. It wasn't always our best. Again, I thought we were a little bit tired, but we found a way to get through. With the block shots, Blankenberg at the end, Luke Shen throwing his body around, and we did all those things that we talk about all year. Can we wrap that up and build off that? And we haven't really had too many of those runs where we have, and now we got a time to take a breath, breathe, take a little bit of heaviness off, and enjoy this feeling, and come back and understand, maybe that was fun and that was joy, and can we keep it going? And that's been our challenge all year.
What have you thought of Kemell the last 2 games?
Yeah, I thought he was really good. I think we just got in a situation where we had, obviously Svetch wasn't quite on top of his game. He's fighting something, and he was pretty sick, so we kind of got the bench short and down the stretch rolling 3 lines. But I think he looked really comfortable. His first period in Chicago, I thought he looked a little nervous, and he settled in pretty good. And I thought he was fine tonight, and you could see what he can bring. I'm looking forward to watching him grow.
You mentioned Blankenberg with the block at the end there. How big has he been for your group and just everything that he brings?
Yeah, I mean, I think his game's probably slipped a little bit of late, but I thought he was really big today. The way he did certain things, he's back to what he saw a couple weeks ago when he had a really good stretch of games where he played really well. So I was happy to see him kind of find it, second and third period, and I thought he played exceptional down that stretch, and that's kind of our expectation of him. You loved that he threw his body in front of the shot. Was pretty cool. It was unfortunate through that penalty kill we didn't get rewarded. It's just the way that thing's going right now. But I thought we did a lot of good things on that kill.
It's certainly unique to have an entire week off and then 2 weeks before games. How do you want your club to approach this, and then as they come back for that final month?
Yeah, I think I want them to breathe a little bit, take a step back, reassess, find some energy, try to let it go a little bit. I think our team has been so wound tight, all year, and it's been tough. It's been tough on everybody. Obviously, our expectations from the outside were tremendous. I think even with our players, we thought it'd be a little bit easier than it was, and it hasn't been. And we've had a hard time really getting our footing. And when we did get our footing, we had it. And then, like I said, for the 6-7 weeks, looked like us, looked like that, and then we kind of got back at the last 5 games that kind of looked like us at the start of the year. So it was good to get tonight, and I'm not losing our focus, but taking a break, taking a breather, coming back ready to invest in what we're trying to do and build an identity. I think that's so important, and we've tried all year. Again, we've gotten it for a while and we've let it slip. Can we go for the next stretch of games and build that identity moving forward, that we bring it every night? Can we find that consistency? And that's kind of going to be our goal as we go through this.
That offside challenge really ended up being a huge part of this.
Yeah.
Game. I mean, what can you say about that? What did you see? What did you hear about what was happening on that play?
Well, I think live, you knew it right away, although you never really know it. And then Law and Drew back there, they, obviously we trust them tremendously, and they kind of let us know pretty much right away. So it was one of the easier ones you've had to do.
On the topic of your defense, Luke Shen had 10 hits, Brady Skjei had 2 goals, he had an assist. What can you say about your defensive contributions as a whole tonight? Well,
I thought we were committed. Obviously, shot blocking, something that we've pushed our group to be a little bit more committed. We're near the bottom of the league in block shots, which is something that was a little bit of the backbone of our group last year. Especially in the playoffs where we were sacrificing, committing ourselves that nothing was going to go through. So we challenged them. They answered the bell. It's a little bit of a work in progress back there. We got a lot of moving parts. We have a lot of guys in and out of the lineup, and we've got some work to do back there. We got some work to do in our defensive zone, coming out of this, and a little bit of continuity of who we have in there. It's got something that we're going to have to really work on and try to grow it.
Bruno, you've talked about how you've wanted to improve this team over the course of your tenure so far. How much of the break are you going to be focused on adjustments or for yourself coaching, maybe changing a few things moving forward?
Yeah, I think you take a couple days off without him. You say that, but no, there's lots. There's lots there, and I wish I had some of the answers for this group, and I really still don't after 50-some, and kind of reassess where I'm at and where our group's at and how can I help them. And there's a few things in mind that, tweak-wise, and we got 4 days of practice, which will be nice, and see if we can come up with a few things. And liked a lot of the things we've done offensively, and I know the results aren't there, but the expected goals and the zone 1 shots and all the things that I believe are important are there. So I'm going to go back and look, and maybe I'm not, maybe they're not that important, but I believe they are. But I think I'll dig into that a little bit, and there's some things defensively I'd like to dig into. So it's hard sometimes during the course where we're at right now to make big adjustments, but I think there's some tweaks that we could do.